Season 17 has begun, and a lot of you in the comment section of my most recent videos have been asking about tips and tricks for ranking. I mean, what better time than now considering we just started the season? I mean, it is brand new, brand spanking new here in Season 17. The good news is, I do have some good news for you. We are going to be featuring very soon on the channel. You know, I like not only the reaction videos, but also featuring other YouTubers, content creators, as well as other pro players on the channel. And that's right, the much awaited Play Like a Pro series is making a return, and we soon will be featuring the number one season ranked player from season 16. So definitely make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on the notification bell so you know when these videos go live. But that one is coming soon, and it's going to be all about ranking. Now, one thing we often forget, as myself, as a YouTuber, as someone that's been playing this game since season 1, is that everybody knows the information that I know, or I assume that everybody's at the same level, and other YouTubers do this as well. We're all guilty as charged, but we often forget there's a lot of new players coming into the game. I mean, back in season 1, I didn't even hit Crown. Season 2, that was my goal that I set, that I was going to hit Crown in season 2, and by season 3, I hit Conquer. So what I want to outline for you is simple things that you can do. We will be talking specifically about those of you that are struggling with your rank and things you can do to help you along the way, and just some simple tips and tricks. Again, we forget there's a lot of new players that are constantly coming into this game, and people watching the channel at all different levels. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Some simple tips and tricks to help you in your rank grind. The number one thing, which I already kind of mentioned in the intro, is to make sure that you set a goal for yourself. Unless you're just a mindless zombie, just logging in, you're just straight up playing the game just to have fun, you probably wouldn't be watching this video because, well, the title and the thumbnail, it's all about ranking. So make sure you set a goal for yourself, and make sure you allow yourself enough time in order to reach that goal. So whether it's going to be, maybe you're trying to reach Crown for the first time. We have a lot of people in the comment section on my Discord server that often say, I just hit Ace for the first time this season, which is awesome. So make sure you set yourself a realistic goal for you to achieve. Of course, depending on player skill and things like that, but we'll go ahead and get into in a little bit. Set yourself a goal so it will make it so much easier for yourself. The next thing, now this isn't going to be so much focused, this next tip is not going to be so much focused on solo players, because you're playing by yourself, or at least you should be. But for duos and squads, something I always see, again, in the comment section, on Twitter, all over the place, is rigs. I would be able to reach this tier if I had people to play with. I don't have anybody to play with. I only play with randoms, which I did on purpose all of season 16. At this point in time, as long as this game has been out, there's so many forums. I mean, on Reddit, people meeting in the comment section of YouTube, the live streams, and the number one most important thing is Discord servers. And this isn't even a shameless plug-in, whether you want to join my Discord server or not. But being on YouTube, every single YouTuber, I'm pretty damn sure at this point in time, every YouTuber that you watch has a Discord server. So the best place for you to meet people to play with is in Discord servers, or if not Discord servers, right here on YouTube in live streams. It's so easy to meet people in this game. I mean, this game is all about multiplayer. I mean, it's a battle royale. It's all about playing with other live human beings, other players. And take it from me, ranking with only randoms, with no mics in season 16, it's such a huge contrast from playing with player, and the players don't even have to be good. Just the fact that you're playing with players that you're in communication with, that you develop a synergy with, it's going to help you so much. And you know, you might teach something to someone that they don't know, and vice versa. So you need to be playing, whether it's duos or squads, you need to be playing with people that you know. You need to somehow, some way, even if it's just one person, to develop synergy with. The next biggest thing, and this has to do with those of you that are struggling with your ranking. You have to understand ranking is all about what? It's all about points. Making sure that every day that you play this game, that you end in a net positive versus a net negative. When you start losing points in PUBG, there's nothing more frustrating. You lose points and then you just want to rush in. You want to go ahead and just load up the next game to try to get those points back. Then you end up dying early. You hot drop, you end up dying early. Now you're even further back. Now you're 60 points back from where you started. There's nothing more frustrating when you see the you know, in your history log, the last 10 or 20 matches that you've played, and you've been in the same tier for 20 matches. That is exactly what you don't want when you are pushing rank. If you find yourself struggling, especially when you play your very first match of the day, for me, I don't know how it is for you. Let me know in the comment section if this is just a thing that happens to me. But it seems like the very first match that I play every time is usually my worst one, whether it has to do with warming up, bad luck, coincidence, whatever the case may be. But what you need to do, if the very first match you play and you end up losing points that very first match, what you need to do is you need to ensure the very next match or the very next 2 or 3 matches you play that you're ending each of those matches in a net positive. There's nothing wrong. I mean, you can watch any pro tournament. You can watch any pro player. There's nobody, or at least that's how it's supposed to be. No one is hot dropping on other players when it comes to these pro tournaments. And these pro tournaments are all about making it to the very end, surviving till the very end. There's nothing wrong. Do not be ashamed. Just because you don't want to drop Pachinki when the flight path is right over it because you're rank grinding, you don't need to be ashamed of that. Everyone is playing this game in a different capacity. And if you're trying to build rank, hot dropping Pachinki when it's right over the plane path is not going to be the best option for you because of RNG in this game. You don't know how many squads there's going to be, and frankly, you don't even know what gun you're going to pick up first. It's risk versus reward. Do not be ashamed to drop somewhere remote, even if you're dropping on the road and grabbing a car and driving 2,000 meters away to another location just so you can loot safely. This is the #1 goal you want to make, especially when you're in platinum, when you're in diamond, even in crown. If you survive the first circle, okay, the very first circle before circle number 2 shifts, you more than likely are going to either have a game, even if you die mid-game. If you survive that first circle and you do not die, you will, especially in platinum and diamond, you will be insured to gain points. But even if you die in crown, or sometimes even in ace, after the first circle has already closed, it's much, and then say you die mid-game, you might have a -10. It's a much different feeling getting a -10 points than getting a -38 points or a -42 points. Make sure you survive that first circle. It will help you tremendously. But what I want to outline in this video for you was simple ways for you to rank up, starting off on the right foot in Season 17. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. But until the very next video, this has been Riggs from Riggs Gaming.